This video will give you additional practice on 20 markers for those studying EDEXCEL A-Level Business. In your final exams, your 3 final papers, you will have 2 20 markers to answer in each paper, so it's important that you practice them beforehand. As the title says, this video will show you an exemplar 20-mark essay question and an answer too. This video is the latest one in the series of exam technique videos for A-Level EDEXCEL Business. If you'd like a free revision checklist that covers all the topics on your course, then do go to the description box and you'll see the link there. Don't forget to subscribe so you're notified when more videos like this are released. Our 20-mark question. Pure Cosmetics has set the objective of managing its cash flow more effectively. To achieve this, it is considering 2 options, either to increase its overdraft facility or to reduce the credit period given to its retail customers. Evaluate these 2 options and recommend which one Pure Cosmetics should choose in order to achieve the objective of managing its cash flow more effectively. There is a copy of this question and the extracts in the description box, so do feel free to download it and you can answer the question too. Do remember to create a plan when it comes to the 20 markers. It does help you to structure your answers. Now over to the extracts. Extract A. The teenage entrepreneur who dropped out of university to make lip balm. While studying for her GCSEs in 2015, Rose Dyson entered a local business enterprise competition. She established Pure Cosmetics based on her love of quality beauty products and her frustration with how expensive they were. Rose spotted a gap in the market for ethical cosmetics at affordable prices. Pure Cosmetics uses batch production to make its range of 12 lip balms and 10 lip scrubs in a variety of different flavors, such as raspberry and gingerbread. The business now has its own factory, shop and online store. It currently supplies 30 small retailers that only order small quantities. In the future, Pure Cosmetics hopes to supply national chains such as Boots. Pure Cosmetics currently give retailers 1 month's trade credit. Pure Cosmetics has won a range of business awards, and Rose has received advice from successful entrepreneurs such as Karen Brady and Deborah Meaden. Since leaving college in 2018, Rose has worked full-time for her business. Her objective is to rapidly expand Pure Cosmetics by increasing its output from the current level of 6,000 units per month to 15,000 and increase sales turnover by 300% in the next year. It's important when you're given extracts to analyze the data too. Extract D shows us a cash flow forecast for Pure Cosmetics. A cash flow forecast is a prediction and it outlines the expected cash flow for the business. That's the inflows and the outflows. Now do review that and see how any of that information can be used within the 20 marker. For example, we can see in November, Pure Cosmetics predict to have a net cash flow of £5,200. However, in December, they have a negative net cash flow balance of £12,000, which is a concern. And if we go back to the question, it does state that they have an objective of managing their cash flow more effectively. But it looks like in November and January, there are cash flow issues. Examiners also want to see you include key figures to support your points. Now, if you look just above the question where you can see managing its cash flow more effectively, and I've underlined that, you need to ensure that within your answer you refer to how Pure Cosmetics would manage its cash flow more effectively. And we have our 2 options. We have increase its overdraft facility or reduce the credit period given to its retail customers. And you need to evaluate both and come up with a justified recommendation. So you can pause the video now and give this question a go. Our first paragraph. An overdraft is an agreement that Pure would have with their bank, which allows Pure to withdraw more money from an account than is available. Pure Cosmetics forecasts a negative cash flow in December of £3,800. An increased overdraft would mean that Pure would have the available additional working capital to pay for its immediate expenses and the increased cash outflows in December. This means that Pure will be able to keep trading and avoid damaging relationships with its retailers that sell the ethical cosmetics. As there is increased cash inflows in January and £20,800 reduced cash outflows in January, using the overdraft facility in December would only be a temporary measure. This would mean that Pura would be managing its cash flow more effectively and supports the objective of rapidly expanding Pura Cosmetics. However, an increased overdraft is considered to be a short-term source of finance, and the rate of daily interest charged could be expensive, and it can also be variable. Pura Cosmetics should not view overdrafts as a long-term solution to regular cash flow problems. Now on to the second option. Trade credit allows a business to obtain raw materials and stock and pay for them at a later date. Pura Cosmetics currently offers its 30 retailers 1 month's trade credit. By reducing the trade credit period means that Pura Cosmetics could receive more of the £63,000 cash inflows they would have otherwise received in January. This would lead to them avoiding interest costs from an overdraft, which could lead to increased cash outflows, added to the £22,700 in January. This illustrates that Pura would be managing their cash inflows and outflows more effectively, which is a key objective of theirs. On the other hand, it does depend on the industry average of trade credit offered to small businesses in that market. If the industry average is typically 30 days or longer, then this may have a negative impact on Pura's reputation. A reduced credit period may put extra strain on the small retailers that Pura currently supplies cosmetics to, and some may decide to find other rival products to stock. Now on to our justified recommendation, where we have ensured that we have included MOPS. The acronym MOPS stands for Market, Objectives, Product and Situation. I will be referring to MOPS throughout this recommendation, and it's important that you get into the practice of doing so too. Pura Cosmetics should choose the option of increasing its overdraft facility. This is because it is easy to arrange with its bank and may provide the additional finance it may need at crucial times to enable sales of the ethical cosmetics to flourish. As a result, enabling them to meet the objective of increasing sales by 300% and rapid expansion. It does depend on how much the interest rate is on the overdraft, as this would impact on their overall costs. In the short term, the overdraft will help Pura manage their cash flow more effectively for December and January. In the long term, Pura should ensure they do not rely on this source of finance, as the business is still relatively new and may face several challenges as it expands in the cosmetics market. Thank you for watching this video. The next 2 videos that will appear on the screen are what YouTube thinks you should watch next.